Right, welcome back to another on-base baseball video. My name is Brian Haferkamp, and I am the creator and designer of On Base. In this video, we're going to be playing a little Yaya tabletop baseball, though. This is a game that's mechanics are based off of Yahtzee. You can see we have all of our Yahtzee rolls for 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, full house, small straight, large straight, etc. And then we also have our advanced play guide, which allows you to do some different things with base running and other situations that come up. If you haven't watched anything about Yaya Tabletop Baseball, I think you'll learn a lot in this game. But basically, I'm just going to get into it. I've got a whole playlist here on the channel for that. And the game is yet to be released. If you want to play the demo, or at least what I have so far, you feel free to email me at onbasebaseball@gmail.com. I'll send it out to you, this version 3 chart, and then you can test it out. Let me know what your thoughts are. Still, I've been working on some other projects, so I haven't really put much time and effort into individualization in this game. Like this is something that I've wanted to do. So still just trying to work out some of the kinks of the game. There aren't very many. It's actually gone very well. But let's go through this. This is a game from August 21st, 2021. Just kind of picked a random date, random game. It is Minnesota at New York, so in the Bronx. What do these symbols mean? The symbols, this is a star player and also a power hitter. This is a power hitter here with Polanco. The power means they hit at least 30 home runs in the season. And then the star rating means that their WOBA, their weighted on base average, is 370 or above. So some of the top hitters in the league, obviously Judge and Stanton, are going to be in that list. No star players here for Minnesota. And then the dot is for Simmons, who is a great shortstop, one of the top defensive shortstops in all of baseball, and he has a circle, and the circle means that his defensive runs is 10 or better. So he's 10 runs better than average, or 10 times better than average on defense. So that's essentially what it means. He's 10 times better than an average defensive player. So those guys get the circle designation. I've already done that on a spreadsheet, so I already have that sort of over here next to me, and I've laid out all these things. It'll be Kenta Maeda pitching for Minnesota and Garret Cole going for the Yankees. Cole has a little money sign. That means he's a money pitcher. So anytime there's a hit or any sort of good play, but especially when there's a hit, he can use the cancel die. So we keep one die off to the side. We have our 5 sort of Yahtzee dice, and then we keep the cancel die over here. And anytime there's a hit, Garrett Cole has a chance to roll and cancel out one of those numbers. If he cancels it out, it changes the play. So that's your money pitcher. That's anybody with a 3.5 FIP or lower, which puts you definitely into the great category in the major leagues. So Maeda doesn't have that. And then the numbers out to the side are how many, the average innings pitched for each pitcher. So just maybe more of a guide than anything, because obviously you'll pull them much quicker if they're getting in trouble or something like that. But Minnesota, they do have some money pitchers. Taylor Rogers, Joe Ryan, Caleb Thielbar, I think is how you say it, and Tyler Duffy. All those are relievers, so none of their starters are money pitchers, but they do have some relievers that can come into the game and have that designation. So, it does behoove you to switch out the pitchers. All right, let's go through the lineups. For Minnesota, it would be Max Kepler in right, Jorge Polanco at second. Josh Donaldson is hitting third and playing in the DH spot. Luis Arraez, I think is how you say it. He's the third baseman. Rob Refsnyder in left. Ryan Jeffers is catching. Nick Gordon in center. Williams Astudillo, I think it's Astudillo is how you say it. He's at first. And then Simmons at short. For New York, it's DJ LeMahieu leading off. Then Rizzo playing first. Judge is hitting third in center field. Giancarlo Stanton hitting fourth and right. Roned Odor. I'm just going to call him Odor. And he's playing third and hitting fifth. Luke Voigt is the DH. Andrew Velasquez playing short. And the catcher is Kyle Higashioka. And Tyler Wade playing left. All right, so we're ready to get this game started. It'll be Kepler, Polanco, and Donaldson facing off against Garret Cole here in this first inning. So very close to a full house, close to a straight, but not any of those things. So that's 8, 10, 13. 13 is going to be a grounder to the shortstop. Now we roll to see if there is any sort of error on the play. It would take a full house to make an error, and we almost get that. But the shortstop is Velasquez, and he makes the play over to first for out number 1. Polanco to the plate now. He is a power hitter, so if he gets a small straight, he can roll for the large straight. And 4, 5, 6 almost gets that there. That's 10, 15, 17. 17 is a grounder to the second baseman. No error on the play. So 2 quick ground outs for Cole. And that's 2 outs in the inning. Josh Donaldson to the plate. Has no special designations. So let's see what he's got here. So 4, 5, 6. Again, nothing. 10, 15, 19 is a grounder to the third baseman. And the third baseman is Odor, and he makes the play. So 3 ground outs and 3 outs. And down go Minnesota in the top of the first. Bottom of the first, it will be LeMahieu, Rizzo, and Judge against Kenta Maeda. So nothing here. That's going to be 10, 16, 18, 23. 23 is a walk. So DJ LeMahieu down to first. And it's, let's go and try to steal with him. So on a steal, if we have a 2, 3, 4 of a kind, if we have anything of significance, that runner is going to be safe. So all it requires is a 2 of a kind in order to steal a base. And we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what do we do for a large straight? A large straight says there's an error on the throw, and all runners advance 2 bases. So that means I think that's just going to be 1 base. I think I changed that on the newest version of the sheet. So I'm going to go with the stolen base and an extra base on the error. So he makes it to third on the throw into center field, and we're going to go with a stolen base and an error. So runner at third base, nobody out, and it's Anthony Rizzo to the plate. Rizzo, no special designations either. There's not a lot going on here. So that's 12, 14, 19. 19 is a grounder to somebody. Grounder to the third baseman. And there's no error on the play. So we're going to go 5, 3 as he looks the runner. Runner's not going on a grounder to the third baseman. It'll be Aaron Judge up now. Judge has a star and a power symbol. So the star means that he can pick up and re-roll a second time, just like a Yahtzee roll. So he can leave some and roll the rest. He can roll all 5 all together again. Not happy with the roll. So some really good opportunities here for hits, because those guys are really good at getting hits. we're going to go with this. So I know that I have Stanton in the hole, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for, we have 2, 3, we need a 4 here. If we get a 4 and a 6 or a 1 and a 4, that's going to be a home run. Otherwise, if we just get the 1 or if we just get the 4, we can roll again because he has a power number. Don't get the 4, and really we wind up with nothing here. That's just sort of the all or nothing shot that we take at this thing. So 5, 10, 15. 15 is a fly ball to center field. Check the error. There is no error on the play. So we're going to go fly ball to 8, and we're going to try to score the runner from third. On a tag up, we have our tag up rules. All we need really is a 2 of a kind. So let's see if we get that. And we don't get anything that is helpful for us. A small straight or a large straight would have been good. So he is thrown out at the plate. And we're going to go 8-2 on the put out. So that's out number 2. Out number 3. It doesn't happen very often that you're not able to get a 2 of a kind. So it's about a 65% chance of getting a 2 of a kind. So the Yankees are stymied. They get a runner at third base, and then he gets thrown out to end the inning. So fly ball from Judge, and the out is 8-2. Center fielder, Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon throws out DJ LeMahieu at the plate. So turn of events there. Okay, it's going to be Arraez, Ref Snyder, and Jeffers to the plate for Minnesota. Nothing. Oh, we do have a 3 of a kind. Okay, so we got 4 4s. And with 4 4s and Garret Cole pitching, he's a money pitcher. So we can roll this. If it's a 4, then that basically cancels out one of these dice. And that will mean that there is no play because there's no hit on a 2 of a kind. And Garret Cole does it, and he basically eliminates one of those. So this turns this all into a chance roll. So 10, 18, 21. 21 is going to be a strikeout swinging. So instead of a base hit, we have an out. And that's sort of the power of the money pitchers, is they get that one opportunity to try and change the play. Excuse me. 10, 14, 15. Here's a fly ball to center field. No error on the play. Center fielder is Judge, and he makes the play. That'll be 2 down with Ryan Jeffers coming to the plate. We get a 3 of a kind with Jeffers. So another 3 of a kind. Potential for a hit. This would normally be a single to center field. And let's see if Cole has the magic, and he doesn't on this one. So he gives up the base hit. And with 2 down, Minnesota has 1 on, and Nick Gordon coming to the plate. So 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be a small straight. Gordon doesn't have any sort of designation. If he was a power hitter, he would be able to roll that 1 for the large straight or home run, but otherwise it is a strikeout for Cole. So that's going to be out number 3. So Minnesota does get 1 on 1 hit, and they strand him at first base. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, still tied at 0. It'll be Stanton, Odor, and Luke Voigt to the plates. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. We can re-roll with Giancarlo Stanton. Let's roll both of these. If we get the 4, then we can roll for the power. Don't get the 4, so there's a lot of nothing here. So 5, 8, 10, 11, 12. 12 is going to be a grounder to the catcher. Catcher makes the play. So we're going to go 2, 3 on the put out. That's out number 1. Odor to the plate. Odor playing third base in this game. He's got 3 ones, and because Maeda's not a money pitcher, he can't do anything about that. That's going to be a wrap single to left field. So Odor is on first. Let's go and try to steal with him. It's rare not to get that 2 of a kind. And we actually get a 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind is the lead runner safe and other runners advance 1 base as well. There are no other runners, so we're going to say that's a stolen base for Odor. Luke Voigt now, 1 out with a runner in scoring position. 4, 5, 6. There's nothing going on here. So 10, 14, 16, 22, and that's going to be a strikeout for Voigt. And that'll be out number 2. Brings up Andrew Velasquez. Velasquez with 3 threes. And 3 threes is going to be good enough for a single. That's a single to right field. Let's go and try to score Odor from second base. Many of the same rules apply. We really just need a 2 of a kind here. So that's going to be our 2 of a kind. And there's no bigger play than that. So we got our 2 of a kind, and let's see the throw from the outfield. Let's see if they get him at the plate. A 3, and he's out. And they get him at the plate. Look at that. The outfield defense is coming up huge in this game, as that's a single to right field. So we're going to go 9-2 on the putout, and that's out number 3. So 2 innings in a row, New York gets gunned down at the plate. All right, so good defense from Minnesota keeps this one scoreless. And we're going to go to the top of the third. It's going to be Astudillo, Simmons, and then back up to Kepler at the top of the order. Make sure we're all plugged in here. This is going to be almost a full house, but not quite. So it's going to be 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 is a fly ball to center field. And the center fielder will make the play. That's judged for out number 1. Brings up Simmons, the 9th place hitter in the lineup. It's going to be 10, 11, 12, 14. 14 is a fly ball to left field. And the left fielder is Stanton. He's going to make the play. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Tyler Wade in left. That's out number 2. So we go to the top of the order. It's Max Kepler. He grounded out in his first at bat. Almost gets the full house going here. So that's going to be 9. 18 plus 5 is 23. 23 is going to be a walk. So Kepler with the walk. And let's get the runner going. A little hit and run. We do have something for a hit and run here, but it's in the case of a strikeout, if there's a strikeout, so that won't matter on this one. But so we got a hit and run, so that means he's going to get an extra base on a hit, and there is no hit here. So that's going to be 11 plus 10 is 21. That's going to be a strikeout. So normally, if there were less than 2 outs, then this strikeout we would associate, or we would go to that chart, and it would be a strike him out, throw him out in this particular case, because there's no actual anything here. You would need a 3, 4 of a kind, full house, small straight, something, and then something would happen. Okay, so that is 3 down in the inning. Minnesota gets 1 on, but they strand him at first base, and score style still tied at 0 as we go to the bottom of the third. It'd be the bottom of the order for New York. It's Higashioka. That's my best guess. Wade and LeMahieu. I know I should know him because he's playing for the Yankees, but I don't know. Kyle. We'll call him Kyle. Kyle the catcher. All right, so we got a nice little roll here. That's going to be 4 of a kind. 4 of a kind is typically a double. Maeda has no way to stop anything, so it's going to be a double to right field as he hits it high and deep. And it gets over the right fielder's head, bounces off the base of the wall, and Kyle is into second. That'll be Tyler Wade up now. Let's see if he can advance the runner. No runner advancement, but he does get a walk. So 3 6s is going to be a walk. And that's going to fill in the base behind the catcher. And runners at first and second now with nobody out. Let's let LeMahieu hit away. That almost pays off as we almost get a full house. That's going to be 16 plus 5 is 21. That's going to be a strikeout. For out number 1, Anthony Rizzo to the plate. He grounded out to the third baseman his first at bat. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4. And that doesn't do anything. Unfortunately, Rizzo doesn't have any special designation, so that small straight only means a strikeout. 2 down now. Yankees getting a little frustrated. They do have the right hitters up, though. Judge has a star and a power, so see how that plays out here in this at bat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to roll again and see if we can get that 5. If not, we can roll for the power. So he has 2 rolls at this. Doesn't get it. And doesn't get it. And so it's going to be a lot of nothing there. So 10, 15, 16. 16 is a fly ball to right field. Check the error. And there is no error on the play, and the right fielder makes the play. So, Maeda gives up the leadoff double and a walk. And then he gets 3 outs in a row to get out of the first and second jam. Still no score as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Heart of the order for Minnesota, Donaldson, Arraez, I guess, and Ref Snyder. Arraez and Ref Snyder. I really should play teams that I know the players' names. So Donaldson grounded out to third his first at bat. 2, 3, so nothing really there. 5, 10 plus 9 is 19, and that's a grounder to the third baseman. And that's going to be twice for Donaldson. Grounded out to third twice, and that'll bring up Arraez, the third baseman. Whoa, that's a lot of big numbers. Okay, we got a 4 of a kind here. So 4 of a kind with the 6s is usually a double, and you can roll this one for the triple. So that's what the 4 6s is. Let's see if Garret Cole can stop anything. He's a money pitcher. He needs a 6. This time he can't do anything about it, so we're going to roll 1 die for the 6s. And that's going to be a double. So Reyes busts out with a double, and that puts a runner at second base with 1 out, and Ref Snyder to the plate. So 3, 4, 5, 6 is our small straight. He has no opportunity here to re-roll, so 3, 4, 5, 6 would be a strikeout for Garret Cole. And it's going to bring up Ryan Jeffers, the catcher. He singled in his last at bat. 2, 3, 4, 5. Needed that 6. So without that 6, that's going to be a strikeout. So back-to-back Ks for Garret Cole. And another 0 for Minnesota. Good pitching matchup here. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score. And it'll be Stanton, Odor, and Voit for the Yankees. So 1, 2, 3. And he's got a star, so he can actually roll. He has a star pass. So let's roll for that 4. And this will be the star roll. He doesn't get it. And so the roll doesn't matter. He really needed to get that 4, but now we wind up with 2s and 3s, and that doesn't do anything for you. So it's going to be 6, 10, 11. However, an 11 is on with an error. So rolling low, and he gets on base. That's going to be runner at first base and Odor to the plate. Almost a full house, so it's going to be 14-18 is a grounder to short. Check for the error. Because it's Andrelton Simmons, it requires a 3 of a kind, not just a full house. I mean a 4 of a kind. I'm sorry. It requires a 4 of a kind to make an error, so a much smaller. It's about a 2% chance, maybe a little under 2% chance for a person to roll a 4 of a kind. So that's going to be, he makes the play. Let's roll for the double play. On a double play, we just need a 2 of a kind for the double play to be successful. If not, he'll beat it out. We don't get a 2 of a kind. We get a 3 of a kind, so he's going to beat out the play. So we're going to go with the 6-4 fielder's choice. That'll be 1 out, and runner at first base. So it actually has to be a 2 of a kind, not 2 of a kind or greater. So the 2 of a kind or 4 of a kind for any sort of something to happen on the double play. So that's where we are with that. That's going to be a 4 of a kind. Nothing that Maeda can do about that. That's going to be a double to center field, and that's actually going to be a double +1. So you can see on here that 4 2s is a double to center, and the runners get an extra base. So the runner would normally go 1-2, and he is going to get an extra base and score from first on the double. That'll be our first run of the game, and that's going to be an RBI double for Luke Voigt as he scalds one off the wall in center field. Brings up Andrew Velasquez, and he singled in his last at bat. Let's see if he's got any more magic in his bat in this one. So that's going to be a 10, 15, 20. 20 is a grounder to the first baseman. No error on the first baseman, who is Astudillo. And he's going to go, let's say, 3-1 on the putout. That's going to push the runner to third base. That's 2 outs, not 1. And so 2 down in the inning now. See if Maeda can get out of this one. He's going to be facing the catcher for the Yankees. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5 doesn't do anything. So 10, 15, 18 is a grounder to the shortstop. Again, it takes a 4 of a kind because Simmons is has a special marking for his defense. He makes the play over to first, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. The Yankees do get 1, and they take a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Coming up on Maeda's average innings pitched, I mean, he's pitching very well here, so I'm not in a hurry to take him out of the game. We'll see how things progress. It'll be the bottom of the order: Gordon, Astudillo, and Simmons. There's nothing really here. 12, 17, 19, 20. 20 is going to be a grounder to the first baseman. Let's see if Rizzo can handle it. And he can. So that's going to be, we'll say, 3 unassisted on the putout as he puts away Nick Gordon. Williams Astudillo, the first baseman for Minnesota. Almost a full house here, but he doesn't get it, so that's going to be 10 plus 6 is 16. That's a fly ball to the right fielder, and the right fielder is Stanton. He makes the play for out number 2. So 2 down, nobody on for Andrelton Simmons. So we got 3 4s here. We also have a 3 4 5, which doesn't mean anything, but we have 3 4s here. Normally that's going to be a single with an error check. Let's see. Garret Cole is still on the mound, so let's see if he can prevent that. And look at that. He is the ace today. So that's going to be 12, 15, 20, which is a grounder to Rizzo at first. And they just can't buy a break. It's going to be 3-1 on the putout. As Garret Cole, strong, 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th. Go to the bottom of the fifth. Yankees still up 1-0. We'll keep Maeda in there. He's in for his final, maybe his final inning. We'll see. So close to the full house, but not quite. So it's going to be 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 5 is 19. That's a grounder to the third baseman, Donaldson. Donaldson, a good fielder at third, and he makes the play on Tyler Wade. 1 out, and we go back to the top of the order with DJ LeMahieu. He walked, stole a base, and then was thrown out in the first inning, thrown out from center field. So the Yankees have had 2 runners thrown out at the plate in this game so far. Pretty close to a double play. I mean, to a full house. 10, 15, 16. It's going to be a fly ball to right field. No error on the play as LeMahieu lines out to the right fielder, and that brings up Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo 0 for 2 on the day, struck out in his last at bat. He gets 3 ones here, and that's going to be good enough against Maeda for a single as he shoots a single to left field, and the Yankees have 1 on with 2 outs. It should be 2. And Aaron Judge to the plate. Judge with no hits so far. He's got 2 flyouts, but nothing else to show. So he's going to go for the full house. Needs a 1 or a 6 here, and doesn't get either one. So 7 is 7. 14 plus 2 is 16. That's he's been re-rolling all day and can't get it. 16 is a fly ball to the right fielder, and that's going to be yet another fly out for Aaron Judge. So no runs on 1 hit. They do strand 1, and the Yankees are still ahead 1-0 as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Garret Cole entering his sort of average inning, and it doesn't mean a lot unless you want it to mean a lot. We have 3 ones here. That's a possibility for a single for the leadoff man, Max Kepler. Garret Cole gets a say in this, and he can't do anything about it though. So that's going to be a base knock. So that's a single to left for Max Kepler. Let's go and steal. Steal with that leadoff runner, and let's see what we got here. We have a 3 of a kind, and a 3 of a kind is good for a lead runner safe, other runners advance. We have this. Let's throw with the catcher. I don't know if I did this with the other ones, but if it's a 4, then he'll be caught stealing. Doesn't matter. So that's going to be a stolen base. So Kepler now at second base with nobody out, and Jorge Polanco to the plate. If he has a small straight, he'll get a chance to roll for the large straight. And he doesn't get that. He just gets almost. But that's going to be 10, 22. 22 is a strikeout. Swinging. So out number 1. Josh Donaldson to the plate. Got a 1, 2, 3. Got a pair of 3s. So nothing really exciting here. That's going to be 10 plus 4 is 14. 14 is a fly ball to the left fielder, and the left fielder makes the play. That's Tyler Wade. He makes the play for the out. And one more chance here for Minnesota. Arraez had a double, and so let's see if he can get another hit off of the tough right-hander Garret Cole. 1, 2, 4, 5. Nothing there. So 10, 14, 15, 17 is a grounder to the second baseman. The second baseman is LeMahieu, and no problem with that one as he gets it over to first. Rizzo squeezes it for the out, and Minnesota strands a runner in scoring position. So a tough inning there for them as they get the leadoff man to second base but can't get him around. So it's 1-0 Yankees as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll leave Maeda in there for another inning and see how he does in this one. I'm inclined to just leave him as long as he's pitching well. So almost a full house. That's going to be 16, 18. 18 is a grounder to the shortstop. And again, it's going to take a 4 of a kind for Simmons to make an out or to make an error. So we're going to go 6-3 on the put out. That's out number 1 as Simmons makes the play to his right a couple steps, makes a strong throw, and gets Giancarlo Stanton. Actually, we should do that over because he gets a reroll. Sorry about that. So let's re-roll that again. That's going to be 4s. And let's see if he can add on to that. He can't. So 4 4s, or 3 4s is going to be a single with an error check. So let's check the error. And a single with an error check. No error on the play. So let's say he's going to get a single instead. Let's do it here. Okay, so no outs. He has a single instead. So it's Odor to the plate. If you don't like the Yankees, sorry about that. I just messed that one up. So here is a group of 1s. That's going to be a single to left field. And that puts runners at first and second with no one out. Luke Voigt to the plate. Keeping an eye on the pitcher here. This could get out of hand quick. 4, 5, 6. Nothing really there. So that's going to be 10. 15, 20. 20 will be a grounder to the first baseman. There is no error on the first baseman, Astudillo. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll for that double play. And with nobody out, we're going to try to get 2. And what we need for the double play is a 2 of a kind. And we get 2 of a kinds. Actually, we get the 1. Okay, so we get the 1 2 of a kind. So that's going to be a double play. So that's going to be out here. And who did I say? It was 3. So we're going to go 3 6 1. It's 3 6 3 on the put out. And that's going to push the runner over to third on the fielder's choice. So we got a runner at third, 2 outs, and Velasquez to the plate. That was exactly the best scenario Maeda could have hoped for. Velasquez is 1 for 2. He singled in his first at bat. Not going to single here. He's just 4, 5, 6 and missing that 3. So that's going to be 10, 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 is a grounder to the shortstop. Simmons, no problem with that as he gets it over to first. And that's a big 0 for Minnesota because they were in trouble. Runners at first and second with nobody out. They get the big double play and then the ground out to end the inning. So Maeda, maybe that'll be his last inning. We'll bring in somebody else. Not sure who. Maybe Rogers. Not sure. But we got Ref Snyder. He'll be leading off, and Jeffers and Gordon to follow against Garret Cole. Garret Cole's still going strong into his 7th inning. I think what I'm going to do is after they go one more inning, then their average, because on averages you can go more or less. So after they go one more, then their average. Then if they go out the next inning, I'm going to take that money designation away. For Maeda, it wouldn't matter. So Ref Snyder is up. He is 0 for 2. So the money pitchers get to pitch with that money pitcher symbol for one more than their average. So I think that's how I want to sort of settle in on that for myself. So this is 5, 10, 13. 13 is a grounder to the shortstop. And the shortstop here is Velasquez. He will make the play, smooth as silk, over to Anthony Rizzo, and that's going to be out number 1. Brings up the catcher, Ryan Jeffers. Nothing here, so 10, 15, 17 is a grounder to the second baseman. No full house, and so that will be a 4-3 on the putout. Looking a lot like the first inning here. And it's going to be Nick Gordon, the center fielder. He is 0 for 2 on the day against Garret Cole. Almost gets that full house, but not quite. So 7, 8, 9, 11. He does get on via the error, though. So let's go and try to steal with Gordon. Don't know how fast he is, but we're going to try. He needs a 2 of a kind to be safe at second, and he gets the 2 of a kind there. The throw down to second, and they cannot get him, so he slides in safely. And now things are interesting. Runner at second base, tying run at second with Astudillo at the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. Let's see if he can get something going off of Garret Cole. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he needed the 6 and he didn't get it. And instead, he is going to strike out. So takes a big cut and he comes up empty. And that's going to be it for Minnesota in the 7th inning. So they get a runner to second base, but they can't get him home. And we go to the bottom of the 7th, still 1-0. Good pitchers duel here. It's going to be the catcher for the Yankees and Wade and LeMahieu. And we got Kenta Maeda still in there. We'll see how long he lasts. 3, 4, 5. Nothing really there. So that's going to be 5, 10, plus 7 is 17. 17 is a ground ball to the second baseman. The second baseman will make the play. That is Polanco. So he goes 4-3 on the putout. And that brings up Tyler Wade, the left fielder. Wade is going to take a walk. That's his second walk of the game. And Wade at first base with 1 out. Let's go ahead and hit and run with LeMahieu. So we get 3 threes. 3 threes is going to be good enough for... Oh, we got a 3 of a kind here. Oh, sorry, that's only on a strikeout. So 3 threes is going to be a single to right field. And that hit and run is executed perfectly, actually. So the runner is going to go and advance 1 extra base on the single. So the Yankees playing a little small ball, get runners to the corners with 1 out. And they are praying that Anthony Rizzo does not hit into a double play. So let's see what happens here. Oh, instead he comes up with a big hit. Look at that. That's a full house. 2s over 4s, and that's going to be a double into left center. So Anthony Rizzo comes up with the big hit for the Yankees and gives them a little bit of breathing room here. So he's going to get 1 there, and this is going to push the runner to third. Let's go, let's go ahead and try to score LeMahieu from first, and he needs a 2 of a kind in order to score, and then we'll get the defensive role. Gets 2 of a kind here. Sorry, that was 2. 2s and 5s, and we just got to pick one. So let's pick the 2s. Now, if this is a 2, he's going to be out at the plate. He's already been thrown out once, and he doesn't get thrown out here. So that's going to be a 2 RBI double for Anthony Rizzo, and that pushes the lead to 3-0. So Rizzo, a good day. He's 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, and could be the nail in the coffin there for Minnesota. Let's see. It's going to be Aaron Judge to the plate with a runner in scoring position and only 1 out. We got our 2 5s here. That could be, if he gets another 5, it could be a run. So let's see. He doesn't get the 5. He has a 3, 4, 5, 6 though. Look at that luck. And now he needs a 2 to complete the home run. He does not get it. So instead, that's going to be 10. 20. 23 is going to be a walk, though. So that's going to be runners at first and second now with 1 out. Let's go ahead and bring in a new pitcher. And like I said, it's going to be Taylor Rogers. And let's bring him in. He's going to be a money pitcher. And he's really just a 1-inning kind of guy. So Rogers comes in. Maeda goes 6 1/3. And Rogers comes in with a mess. First and second base, 1 out. The Yankees already have 2 in the bottom of the 7th, and let's see if Rogers can get them out. With Stanton, he can also roll again. So here's an opportunity. Let's go for the big hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if he can get any semblance, then he gets a chance for a home run. And he rolls the exact same thing. So almost a full house, but not quite. Excuse me, but he might get on with an error here. That's going to be 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So that's good enough to get on via the error. And that will load the bases. So bases loaded, 1 out with Odor to the plate. Three, 4, 5 there. Otherwise, nothing else. 10, 15, 18. 18 is me a grounder to the shortstop, so it's going to take a pretty big roll for an out. For an error there. No error on Simmons, unless they're going to roll for the double play. Infield is not in; they're playing for 2 here. So let's see if they roll it. They need a 2 of a kind in order to roll the double play. They don't get the 2 of a kind; they get a 3 of a kind. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. So they try for it, and it backfires. They do get the out at second for out number 2. Runner's going to go to third on the fielder's choice, and the runner's going to score from third on a fielder's choice. So that's actually going to be an RBI. Ground out for Stanton. Actually, it was Odor. Sorry. 6-4. Stanton is erased, and we have runners at the corners and 3 in for the Yankees, but there's 2 out now, and that will be Luke Voigt to the plate. So we got a 3 of a kind here, and let's see. We get Rogers gets to roll against that. If it's a 1, he'll take care of it, and he doesn't, and that'll be a single to left field. So that's a base hit, and going to go there, and that's going to score the run from third. So it will be runners at first and second, 2 outs. The Yankees got 4 in, and it's 5-0 New York here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Not a good 7th inning for Minnesota. 1, 2, 3, and Velasquez cannot roll for that big hit, and so that's going to be a strikeout. That will end the inning, but the Yankees bat around. They send 9 men to the plate. They score 4 runs, and they take a 5-0 lead. We're going to leave Garret Cole in there. We're going to take away his money designation. So he's just your average old pitcher now. He'll be facing Simmons, Kepler, and Polanco. And that designation is important right now. So that's going to be a base hit. That's a single with an error check, actually. So let's check the error on that. Almost an error, but not quite. So that's going to be a base hit for Andrelton Simmons. And that's 1 on with nobody out for Max Kepler. Kepler 1 for 2 with a stolen base. And there's another base hit. And I think it might be time to bring out a new pitcher. So 2 base knocks, 2 on, and nobody out. And Garret Cole goes 7 innings. We're going to bring in a new pitcher for him. So let me check that out here with the Yanks. We can let's bring in Loaisiga. He is a money pitcher, and he can go 1 inning. So, is it Kyle? Jonathan Loaisiga. He's got 2 runners on. He's inheriting with nobody out, and he's got Jorge Polanco to the plate, who is a power hitter. That power hitter is not going to come into play here. So it's not really going to be anything. So 5, 11 plus 6 is 17. That's a grounder to second. Let's check the error on LeMahieu. No error. So he's going to start the double play. They need a 2 of a kind in order to complete the double play. They get a 3 of a kind, not a 2 of a kind. Oh, they do get it. Sorry. My bad. They get the 2 of a kind, and so that's going to be a double play for, who did I say, LeMahieu? So we got a fielder's choice here for out number 1, and then we're going to go 4, 6, 3 on the putout for out number 2. The runner does get over to third base, Simmons, on the double play. 2 outs now and a runner at third base for Josh Donaldson. Minnesota desperately needs a big hit here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're not going to get it, but almost. They almost get it, but that's going to be a strikeout as Donaldson has no special designations in this season. So 2 hits for Minnesota in the inning. They strand 1 at third base and just can't seem to get anybody home in this game against the Yankees, and that's going to close the book on Garret Cole, who goes 7 innings, gives up no runs. And the book has also been closed on Maeda, who went 6 1/3. He's given up 5 runs in the game. I think trying to think of when we brought him in. We brought him in here. I think that's right. Okay. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Let's just leave Rogers out there. He's solid. He's only pitched to a few batters. So Rogers against the bottom of the order. It'll be the catcher, left fielder, and then back to LeMahieu at the top of the order. So 4s and 1s, but nothing else. So 5, 10, 15. 15 is a fly ball to central field, and that's going to be no error on the play. So F8 on the putout, and that's going to be out number 1. Yankees send up Tyler Wade to the plate. He has walked twice and scored a run. No walk here. It's a 10, 15, 16. 16 is a fly ball to right field. And there is no error on the play. So a couple of flyouts here for Taylor Rogers. And that will be 2 quick outs. DJ LeMahieu to the plates. He is 1 for 3. He has a single with a run scored. That was a 2. Nothing here. So 10, 13, 18. And 18 is a ground ball to the shortstop. It's going to take quite a bit. They almost get it, though, with the error, but not quite. So Simmons up with it and over to first, and no issue there as the Yankees go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. Going to go to the top of the 9th, and let's get a new pitcher for the Yankees. What is it? It's 5-0. And surprisingly, Chapman is not a money pitcher. It's because of his FIP. His FIP is actually a 3.99. Even though his ERA is 3.36, his FIP is a 3.99, and he had 30 saves. So he doesn't technically qualify for that 3.50 FIP. And so he doesn't get that money designation. Let's bring in Clay Holmes to end the game. He is a money pitcher and can go 1 inning. All right. So Loaisiga goes 1, And Rogers goes 1.2. And let's see how this one ends up. So Minnesota needs 5, going to the top of the 9th inning, 5-0 Yankees in the Bronx. And they have Arraez, Ref Snyder, and Jeffers. So not exactly a ton of hope here for Minnesota. But let's see if they can pull out the miracle. They do not get it started. 10-21. 21 is going to be a strikeout. And that's out number 1. So good start for Holmes. Holmes facing Ref Snyder now. 1s and 3s, but nothing else. So 4, 5, 11, 12. 12 is a grounder to the catcher. And that's going to be out at first base. So 2-3 on the put out. And that's 2 down. Minnesota down to their last out in this one. And it's Ryan Jeffers, their catcher. He's 1 for 3. Jeffers can't make anything happen, so that's going to be 10. That was 5. That's 15. Plus 4 is 19. That's a grounder to the third baseman. And let's see. The third baseman is Odor, and he is up with it and over to first, and that's going to be your ball game. As the Yankees win this one 5-0 behind a strong start from Garret Cole, who went 7 innings of shutout ball. The Yankee bullpen comes in and shuts down Minnesota. And let me go through and tally everything up, and then I'll be back with the totals. Okay, we're back with the totals. For the Twins, it's no runs on 5 hits. There were 2 errors. For the Yankees, it's 5 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. Losing pitcher in this one is going to be Maeda. 6 1/3. He gives up 9 hits and 5 runs, 4 walks and 3 Ks. Rogers came in and pitched an inning and 2/3 of scoreless ball. Winning pitcher is going to be Garret Cole. He goes 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 7 Ks and 1 strikeout. So really good start for him. Loaisaga came in for 1, and Clay Holmes came in for 1 and shut down the Minnesota offense. Not many notables here, but Kepler 2 for 3. He also had a walk. And that's really no other players of note necessarily. And then for the Yankees, Rizzo is 2 for 4. He had 2 RBIs, a big 2 RBI double here in this 4-run 7th. Also, a couple of RBIs here for Odor. 1 RBI. I'm sorry, he had an RBI ground out. And 2 for 4 for Luke Voigt. RBI double, RBI single, and even Tyler Wade down there, 2 walks and scored a run. So a well-pitched game, a well-played game, broke out a little bit in the late innings there, but this is Yaya Tabletop Baseball. So if you want to play a game that's a little bit different than your average, this is definitely it. And it's got some sort of fun, really fun aspects to it with the different dice rolls and all the ways that you can go with that. You can see on here all the different possibilities here when you roll a full house. So there's lots of chances for different kinds of full house rolls, also different 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind. We don't get into these very much, but there is a chance for a triple play if it exists. Also wild pitches and balks, and we have all of our chance plays here. So there's actually a few that we didn't get to with hit by pitch, and there's a chance for a strikeout looking or a drop third strike, and you're safe at first. There's a lot of different parts to the game that are really fun. We can tag up and take extra bases. There's a chance for a squeeze play if you want to do that, or even stealing home. And then sometimes a player will get into a rundown. You can see it like here. So there's a double pass first base. and the runner rounds second base and gets into a rundown, and so then now you have to roll off the rundown chart. So there's some kind of fun parts of it here, and then fully explain what the special players are and the symbols that you find on the chart itself. And then we have our double plays here as well. So this is Yaya Tabletop Baseball. If you'd like to play, just send me an email to onbasebaseball@gmail.com, and I will gladly send you this version 3 copy of the charts. This is all there is to the game. You need 5, 6. If you want to play with a cancel die, you need 6 D6 dice, which I have like just a pack of 10 here. Most people probably have some dice laying around. I got these at Target for just a few bucks. And then you can play the entire game with the cancel die and the money players and stuff like that. And I do have I think I have some rules written up as well, a good game guide that walks you through gameplay and all that kind of stuff. So I'll send that along with the chart, just so you have that. It also tells you how you can rate each of the players as well. All right. If you have any questions about this game, you have any question about any of my other games, just leave the comments down in the comment section below. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up, and that helps the video do well on Google. The more thumbs up, the better. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I have a game called On Base Baseball. That's the main game that I've created, but I've got others. Some are in the works. Some are actually for sale and ready to purchase at onbasebaseball.com. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'm putting out video content several times a week. So if you like tabletop baseball, then there's quite a few things to watch here. And if you click subscribe and then click on the bell icon, then you'll be notified of anytime a new video comes out. So if you want to do that, that would be awesome. We have I think we're almost up to 70 subscribers now, which in a small hobby like this I think is pretty good. And we're making our way. I think that's it for here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.